But one other aspect they've been highlighting, Shannon, we're hearing it more and more of it, we're going to hear more of it as well, is this very dangerous Project 2025 that the left is talking about. It's a Heritage Foundation effort to both look at policy and personnel in a future administration. It's been done before by think tanks, preparing the way for a new administration. But this one is really being demagogued by the left as being very dangerous. As a result, Donald Trump is trying to distance himself from it. We've heard it before. He's put it out on Truth Social saying, this is not my effort. I'm not involved. We have our own platform. We have our own campaign. Well, at the rally yesterday, he went further than he has before, talking about Project 2025 and saying, this is not my effort. Listen.
The other side's going around trying to make me sound extreme, like I'm an extremist. I'm not. I'm a person with great common sense. I'm not an extremist at all. Like some on the right, severe right, came up with this Project 25. They're sort of the opposite of the radical left, okay? You have the radical left and you have the radical right, and they come up with this, I don't know what the hell it is, it's Project 25. He's involved in Project, and then they read some of the things and they are extreme. I mean, they're seriously extreme. But I don't know anything about it. What they do is misinformation and disinformation, and they keep saying, he's a threat to democracy. I'm saying, what the hell did I do for democracy? Last week, I took a bullet for democracy.
Shannon, your thoughts, because there are a lot of Trump alumni that work at Heritage, but they're not on the campaign. They're not officially part of this. The political aspect of this, to distance himself.
Yeah, so a couple of things there. As you noted, that the president, as former president, and both the RNC have said, we've got official platforms. We have nothing to do with Project 25. Yes, of course, this is a small political universe. There are people who used to work for President Trump who worked on some of what happened at Heritage. So there is a disconnect there, but it seems to be the number one thing Democrats want to talk about because they're constantly trying to tag him with this. But the second thing I would say is a lot of the things that are said about Project 2025 are actually not true. And maybe even President Trump is hearing some of this and thinking, like, what in the world? Things like going to eviscerate Social Security and different things like that are not part of the plan, even though it is separate from President Trump. But they do say, yes, we embrace some stuff that people are going to think is sort of radical. We want to get rid of, say, for the example, the Department of Education. So these are super conservative ideas. Kevin Roberts, the president of Heritage, says this is grassroots conservatism, and what we're doing is serving something up on a platter for the president, like a number of think tanks do. He's the commander-in-chief. If he wins, he's the guy in charge. He doesn't have to take any of this. We're just putting it there at his disposal.
But you're right that it's I was just say that it's very effective, what the Democrats are doing. I have a daughter who's friends with a lot of, early 20, young adults, and she was getting calls saying, I'm scared about Project 2025.
Well, it's been demonized online, Shannon, to your point, and the lies are easy to see. They've got memes going around out there that describe it in a certain way. I had Kevin Roberts on the Will Cain show. We broke it down. We talked exactly about what's behind it. I would encourage anyone to go, if you're just curious, because my personal opinion is if it had been called Heritage Foundation's Vision of the Next 4 Years, they wouldn't be talking about it today. But because it sounds like a Netflix dystopian series, Project 2025, they've turned it into the one thing they can use against Donald Trump. Meanwhile, something that was used against Donald Trump